Imagine this. What if everything you try to avoid, your fears, doubts, and flaws, isn't just baggage holding you back, but a treasure map pointing straight to your true self? What if your greatest growth lies not in becoming someone else, but in finally meeting the parts of yourself you've been running from? Today, we're diving into one of the most powerful and misunderstood ideas in modern philosophy and psychology, the concept of the shadow self. But this isn't a dry lecture. This is a journey, an exploration of the inner terrain that shapes your choices, your relationships, and ultimately, your purpose. The shadow self is more than just a psychological theory. It's a mirror, one that reveals the parts of you that society told you to hide, to suppress, or to be ashamed of. But here's the twist. Within that shadow is your power. Philosopher and psychiatrist Carl Jung believed that every one of us has a shadow, a hidden side of our psyche, made up of everything we've deemed unacceptable: our anger, our jealousy, our ambition, our desires. But these aren't bad parts of you. They're simply unclaimed, and what's left in the dark tends to control us in ways we don't even realize. Have you ever had an intense reaction to someone, maybe even someone you barely know, and felt confused about why it hit you so hard? Maybe it was someone who seemed arrogant, impulsive, or just too much. But what if they were reflecting something buried in you, something you've tried not to see? Jung believed that what we reject internally often shows up externally. It's called projection, and it's one of the most subtle yet powerful ways our shadow influences our lives. He once said, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate." Think about that for a second. What if all the things you chalk up to bad luck or just the way I am are actually patterns created by the parts of yourself you've refused to face? Here's the opportunity. When you turn toward your shadow instead of away from it, something incredible happens. You stop running and start integrating. That fear of not being good enough, it might be the very thing driving your desire to grow. That envy, it could be a signal pointing you toward your own untapped desires. Shadow work isn't about becoming perfect. It's about becoming whole. So how do you start? Begin by noticing. When you feel triggered, irritated, or deeply emotional, pause. Ask yourself, what part of me is trying to speak right now? Is it the part that felt unseen as a child? The part that's afraid of rejection? Or the part that secretly wants to take up more space? Then, write it down. Get curious. Don't judge it. Observe it. Journaling, dream analysis, meditation, these are all tools that help surface the unconscious so you can begin to understand and integrate it. Think of your life like a painting. If you only use bright colors, sure, it'll look nice, but it'll lack contrast, depth, emotion. When you add in the darker shades, the whole image becomes more powerful, more real, more you. And here's the real magic. The parts you've buried might be the key to your purpose. The artist who was told their creativity was foolish might hold the vision the world needs. The leader who hid their ambition might be the one who sparks change. Your purpose isn't something you find out there. It's something you reclaim from within. And when you do this work, it's not just for you. Jung believed that individual healing contributes to collective healing. When you integrate your shadow, you create space for others to do the same. It's a ripple effect. Your courage to be whole becomes someone else's permission. So here's your invitation. Stop chasing perfection. Start seeking truth. Look within. Face the parts of you that feel messy, complicated, even dark, and meet them with compassion. Because the moment you embrace your shadow, you begin to walk your path with clarity, with authenticity, and with power. This is the real journey, not of becoming someone else, but of becoming fully, deeply you. Let's keep going.